Hello everyone, it's Alex from Pause Break, and if you've read the title, you know exactly what this is going to be about. If you haven't, this is basically just my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch. This is a semi-unscripted video. I've got a few notes that I made in front of me, but aside from that, I'm just going to be rambling here. So, straight off the bat, the Nintendo Switch, this is Nintendo's next home console and next portable. They've rolled the two into one. It's a bit like the Nvidia Shield or a similar kind of gaming tablet, but it's got a dock that allows TV out, so that's nice instead of having just an HDMI cable running from the thing. The trailer explains the concept very clearly. You've got this tablet, and you've got from the sides two sort of separate halves of a controller, so when you dock the tablet part, you can attach these to a little mount and play it, or you can flip up the kickstand and do that. They also function on their own. If you have, say, a more simple game that only needs an analog stick and 4 face buttons, that's fine. In general, the marketing seemed a little less kiddie than usual, and first of all, I'm so glad they actually listened this time and didn't use the Wii name, because that brand was dead in like 2010. I have no idea why they used it for the Wii U. There were no kids at all in the trailer. It all seemed quite focused towards the average gamer, not just families. Yeah, it seems very clear and it seems very easy to understand what exactly this is, and it shows that yes, this is in fact a new console. From what we can see, it's on par at least with the Wii U. So the games shown in the trailer, there was a Mario game, a new one. There was a Mario Kart, I believe it's Mario Kart 8, but it might just be a port, it might be an upgrade, it might be a new game. That looks good. NBA 2K and Skyrim. I'm surprised those are on there because EA hated the Wii U, and or is it Activision who does 2K? Either way, neither of them really like the Wii U, and Bethesda have never done anything with Nintendo, so that's weird. And the new Splatoon, I'm very surprised that this many developers have shown interest in the thing, although I shouldn't be, because actually the same thing happened with the Wii U. If you look back, I mean, Ubisoft really liked the thing at first, but low sales of the system and apparently poor treatment of third parties, Nintendo refused to actually port the Unreal Engine themselves. They said, oh yeah, either Epic or the studio developing the game should do that, we don't need to. Bear in mind that Sony and Microsoft port the engine themselves since so many games use it, so, you know, you don't really want to be telling them, oh yeah, you need to do this yourself. It's kind of a dick move, but that turned that around very quickly. Hopefully these developers will stick around if Nintendo have learned anything, but considering even in the NES days they were kind of dicks to third parties, I'm not sure that's going to happen. Another thing to take note is, I'm not sure if the games shown are even real. I mean, Bethesda have said that Skyrim isn't necessarily coming to the NX, and that wasn't to be taken as an official reveal. Way to go, Todd Howard. Way to lie to us again. But the Wii U reveal trailer also showed games and demos that never ended up being made for the system. So I'm a bit worried that they're doing the same thing here. I really hope they haven't, because, yeah, that was one thing that really annoyed me with the Wii U. It's like, oh cool, when's this game coming out? Oh, it's not going to? Oh, well why show it off then? The thing is, the Wii U trailer though, they were kind of showing off the hardware as a thing, more than the actual games themselves and the system. I mean, that's what led to the confusion and a lot of people just thinking it was another Wii add-on, like the Wii Fit or whatever. I'm hoping the new Mario game is real, because that actually shows something we haven't seen in Mario before. I know, shock, considering the last time they made an original game for the Mario series was bloody 2007 with Galaxy. It's been 9 years, god. I'm also not sure on the specs. The games don't look that much better than they did on the Wii U. I mean, I don't know, it doesn't look up to snuff with the current lineup, but my thoughts on that, a great art style and great art direction. You don't need 5GB graphics cards in your console, so long as the games look good on what they do run on. Optimization is key, and art style is key here. Unfortunately, most AAA developers don't agree with me on that. Another thing that concerns me, system looks like it could end up being very fragile. The Joy-Cons, if they're sliding in and out all the time, they can wear down over time, surely. If it's moving about all the time, it's gonna wear out, it's gonna break eventually. How much are new ones? Also, the tablet's a system, so suppose it's worn down and it doesn't have the grip it used to, tablet drops out, boom, that's it. it, you need to buy a new one. I hope that they've got the original DS team's quality control guys on this one, because they knew what they were doing. My DS has gone through hell and back, and that thing survived that, so hopefully we're in good hands here. Oh, by the way, the controller looks a little bit uncomfortable. There's no proper D-pad, and when it's in that mount thing for seeing at home, it looks small and too square, and it looks like it's actually going to be really uncomfortable. And the detached Joy-Cons, when they showed them for NBA, that looked really ghetto and hacky, and it looked like that's just going to dig into your palms. It's gross. I'm a little bit pissed off at Nintendo for dropping the Wii U this hard. The PS3 still isn't discontinued now, and the PS4 is doing really well. The Xbox 360 was only discontinued this year, and that's been going 11 years. What? Nintendo is stopping manufacture in December this year, and that's ludicrous that the Wii U has gone through a production run shorter than the PS3, considering how slow the sales on that thing were to begin with. And considering I only bought my Wii U last summer, I have to say I feel very let down by this decision, and I feel as if I've been made to look like a bit of a mug, because this just kind of came out of nowhere. And I mean, even Microsoft with the Xbox One, look how badly that's selling, and look at the fact that Microsoft are still supporting it. They're still bringing out games. None of them are exclusive anymore. They're all going to Windows 10 pretty much, but they are still bringing out games for the thing and making sure that the people who did buy it have something to play. So in the end, I guess the thing I've got to say is I'm concerned, yet cautiously optimistic. I'll be happy if this does turn out well, and if it is good and there are games, then I will buy it, definitely. But if it doesn't turn out well, there's a lot that could go wrong. A lot. And I know this was Light Iwata's last thing before he died, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough to save Nintendo from the situation they're in at the moment. If this turns out to be the Wii U 2, I'm hoping it's not the last thing that they make before jumping ship to mobiles forever. God forbid. I'd hate to live in a situation where Microsoft and Sony are the only ones. God, I think at that point I just go to PC fully. But I think that'll be a great thing if it does work all to plan. If it doesn't, I mean, I'm still going to be a little bit harsh on it, just because I paid £180 for a Wii U last year, and now it's basically a dead system. I guess I should wrap up now. Well, thank you for listening to me ramble about Nintendo for like, 10 minutes. I've been Alex, and this has been a little pause break ramble.